to explain you what is orographic rainfall. Orographic rainfall. Orographic rainfall means rainfall which is caused by the relief features. For example, these are mountains. Here, these are the moisture-laden winds. Which winds? Moisture-laden winds. Moisture-laden winds. When these moisture-laden winds move and any obstruction come in their way, they are forced to rise up. And they are forced to rise up, they get cooled, and clouds are formed here due to condensation. The water vapor changes into drops of water and it causes heavy rainfall here. So this is known as orographic or relief rainfall which is caused by any relief feature. It is known as orographic or relief rainfall. Now the Western Ghats are known by different names also. The height of the Western Ghats progressively increases from north to south. Highest peaks include the Annai-Mudi and Doda Beta. Mahendragiri is the highest peak of the Eastern Ghat, while Annai-Mudi is the highest peak of the Western Ghat. Shevaroy Hills and Jaintia Hills are located to the southeast of the Eastern Ghats. Locate these ghats whenever you get time on your map. One of the distinct features of Peninsular Plateau is the black soil area known as Deccan Trap region. This is the Deccan Trap region which is covered by black soil which is of volcanic origin, hence the rocks are igneous. Actually, these rocks have denuded over time and are responsible for formation of black soil in this region. So this is all about the Peninsular Plateau. Clear? Now we come to Indian Desert, the Great Indian Desert. This part is known as the Great Indian Desert. It lies towards the western margins of Aravalli Hills. Here are the Aravalli Hills. It is undulating sandy plains. Undulating means like this. This is undulating sandy plain. This region receives very low rainfall below 150 mm per year. It has arid type of climate with low vegetation cover. Luni is the only large river in this region. Barkhans, sand dunes, these are more prominent near the Indo-Pakistan boundary. If you visit Jaisalmer, you may go to see a group of Barkhans. So what are sand dunes? Small hills of sand. Small hills of sand are known as sand dunes, and this is crescent shaped. This is known as Barkhans. What is this? This is known as Barkhans. Crescent shaped sand dune is known as Barkhans. So children, we have discussed Peninsular Plateau, two broad divisions of Peninsular Plateau. What is orographic rainfall and the Indian Desert of India. This is all for this session. Thanks. Hello children. In this session I am going to discuss about the most important art or physical feature of India, that is the peninsular plateau region. This is exactly the peninsular plateau region. It is actually a tableland. Peninsular plateau is a tableland which is composed of old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rocks. This region is composed of igneous and old crystalline metamorphic rock. It was formed due to the breaking and drifting of the Gondwana land, and thus it was one of the oldest landmass of India. This plateau has broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills. This plateau consists of two broad divisions, namely Central Highland and Deccan Plateau. These are the two broad divisions of peninsular plateau. First of all, the part of the peninsular plateau lying to the north of the Narmada River. The part of the peninsular plateau which lies, this is here, River Narmada. River Narmada. See the location of River Narmada. Here it is River Narmada. So the part of the peninsular plateau which lies north of River Narmada is known as Malwa Plateau. The part of plateau region which extends over Narmada River is known as Malwa Plateau. The central as the Central Highland. The Vindhya range is bounded by the Central Highlands on the south and the Aravalli on the northwest. Chambal, Sindh, Betwa and Kain are the important rivers of this region. The Central Highlands are wider in the west but narrower in the east. The eastward extension of this plateau are known as Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand. The Chota Nagpur Plateau region marks the further eastward extension of this region. The Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass that lies south of the river Narmada. South of the river Narmada, it is a triangular landmass. The Kaimur Hills, the Satpura, the Maharange, Mahadev, Kaimur, Maikal range form the eastern extension. Now, this plateau is also visible in the northeast. An extension of this plateau is also visible in the northeast, locally known as Meghalaya, Karbi Anglong Plateau and North Sachar Hills. It is separated by fault from the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Jaintia, Khasi, Garo, these are the important hills of this region. Now we will come to the Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat, which marks the western and eastern edge of the Deccan Plateau. Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat and Western Ghat. They mark the western as well as eastern boundaries of Deccan Plateau. Western Ghat lie parallel to the western coast. These are Western Ghats which lies parallel to the western coast, and the Eastern Ghat, they lie parallel to the eastern coast. The Western Ghats, they are much higher than the eastern one. The Western Ghats, they are much higher than the Eastern Ghats. Their average elevation is 900 to 1600 km as against 600 meters of Eastern Ghat.
The Eastern Ghat stretch from Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiris in the south. Mahanadi to Nilgiris in the south. The Eastern Ghats are discontinuous and irregular and dissected by rivers draining into the Bay of Bengal. The Western Ghat causes orographic rainfall. Now here I would like to explain you what is orographic.